Well, that was a bold move for Big Finish. Fallen Angel is definitely a very interesting listen. The story starts by following two teachers breaking into a church to see Michelangelo's statue of Moses. But instead of finding the sculptor it should be, they see a weeping angel. The angel then zaps them back to Italy's High Renaissance period, where history teacher Joel gets to meet one of his heroes, Michelangelo himself. The Fifth Doctor then happens upon the two teachers and tries to figure out what's going on, uncovering a mysterious cult which is connected to the angels. I was very worried for this story when it was initially released. I could make a very strong case saying that the Weeping Angels are one of Moffat's greatest creations and additions to Doctor Who, certainly being one of the best New Who villains there has been for various reasons. One major factor being their image. In case you've been living under a rock and haven't seen these enemies before, the Weeping Angels are aliens from the dawn of time that freeze into rock when you look at them. Not much is really known about these creatures, and they sometimes even seem to have almost supernatural powers, such as super speed and strength. They are very scary adversaries for the Doctor and are relentless, and they are actually fairly simple creatures as well. All they want to do is transport you into the past and feed off the days that you could have lived in your normal time zone, which is obviously scary considering you'll live the rest of your life without your family and away from your normal time, but even worse when you think of them going after maybe, I don't know, one of the most famous sculptors of all time. Yeah, they were literally trying to undo all of Michelangelo's works and feed off the temporal energy from that, which it isn't really the biggest threat to the planet, but there you go.
The art! Think of the art!
The Weeping Angels' image is one of their greatest strengths. They make people panic, therefore look away or blink, which enables them to get you quicker. That's what makes these enemies really scary. Their appearance. This is why I was obviously very skeptical of this story. I mean, not the story itself, but the fact that they're being presented in a non-visual media format when the visuals are such a vital part of what makes them click as an enemy. I do think Big Finish did the best they possibly could have with this, however, it still doesn't 100% work in my opinion. There's a lot of, oh look, the Weeping Angel has suddenly appeared in the doorway looking scary type dialogue, which is understandable considering the media type, but this general issue is only exacerbated when having a villain like the Weeping Angels in one of your audio stories.
What's happening? I can't see!
The angels are here! Oh no. They're in! Crawling along the walls!
What is it?
I can't watch both sides of the chapel at once. When I look at one angel, the other crawls forward.
Doctor! Are they coming for me?
Yes!
How close? Oh.
There are, however, some really thrilling parts to this audio drama, and it definitely kept me captivated and interested. I really liked the cult that was built around the angels in this story. I think it was quite a cool idea, and it gave the story another element of mystery, which was great to see. I feel this should have been developed a bit further, however, but the writers clearly had some runtime restrictions due to the point of this box set was to kind of attract New Who fans into listening to some of the classic Doctor Who audio series, which is understandable and, quite frankly, really clever marketing, but it does leave this story needing slightly more. This, unfortunately, is one of the areas that were affected, and I definitely don't blame the writers for this, as I know it would have been more fleshed out if it had been in the main range, for example, which has 2 hours to tell a story rather than 40 minutes. The characters were all well written, but none of them really stuck out a massive amount other than Michelangelo, who was amazing in this audio.
When might my order take delivery of the statue?
Are you asking me to hurry my work, senior priest?
No, Signor Buonarroti, I only wish to know...
I am Michelangelo Buonarroti, not some second-rate artisan.
Signor, I understand, but...
I am an artist. I did not rush my work on the vault of the Sistine, even for His Holiness the Pope.
Signor, I only wish...
If speed is all you require, perhaps someone else should complete your commission.
Signor...
I have done.
I feel like he was portrayed and written really well, and I think it was a nice idea to have a story where a sculptor has to fight his own works of art. It's a really interesting take on the Weeping Angels, and was refreshing to see them portrayed in a slightly different way to how we've seen them on screen. Overall, I really do like this audio. I think it's a mesh of really good ideas, and it's the best it possibly could have been considering the length and the villain. I do think, however, that the choice of enemy should really have been different, as this box set is attracting potentially new audience members to the platform of audio drama, and this being the first one of the set doesn't really seem appropriate. As a semi-regular listen to Big Finish, this story was more of a challenge to imagine in my head than other releases, so I can't imagine what it would have been like for someone new to the platform. I'm giving this one a 7 out of 10. I did really enjoy it, and it's made me really excited to listen to the rest of the box set, but there were a couple of nagging issues and a couple of problems that I had with it. Overall though, I was impressed. Okay, so that concludes today's review. This is my first ever audio drama review, so let me know your thoughts on this video and what you thought of Fallen Angel. I hope you all enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a like, subscribe to keep up to date with my latest content, and I hope you all have a fantastic day. Thank you all very much.